Okay, it's that time again. It's the squad of the gigglers. We've united. Paigey, how you doing?
Hey, Hannah.
Hi, Paige. You're down south. What are you doing?
So my brother's girlfriend is turning 30 on Monday, and we were like, let's plan like a little trip. And she was like, I've never been to Charleston. And I was like, I have, and it's amazing, and it's so much fun. So we came down to Charleston for a little bit, and it's, oh my
What's
God.
the vibe? Like,
I
what's
mean,
the aesthetic of Charleston?
Okay. I'm not trying to disrespect the city of Charleston, but it's literally college.
Oh.
Like going out to the bars, I felt like I was in college. I feel like I went to college.
Are the people young,
bars,
though?
And the girl, yes, that's the other thing. I feel like everyone is so young when I like walk into certain bars, and like girls dress like college.
Okay. But it's Southern college. So, like, do they wear pearls and, like, a dress to football games? Or, like, what's the style?
No, it's not like that dressy, but it's like jeans, crop tops, shoes that you can scuff, no jacket, but like you're cold standing in line. And that's the epitome of college to me. Like, no, I'm not going to wear a jacket because I'm going to sweat in the club, but like I need a jacket. You know, I feel like that's when you realize you're an adult, when you're like, I'd rather be warm than look like an idiot not wearing a jacket in line to get
You
into the
nailed
bar.
it 100% because at Wisconsin, it would be next level, like 0 degrees, and we'd wear the skankiest outfits to the bar. And I remember I was walking with this basketball player, and he's like, "Are you cold?" And I was like, "Yes." Like, I literally have hypothermia. And he was like, "Here's my jacket." And I was like, "Oh my God, we're dating." And then he goes, "Hey, it's too cold. Can I have my jacket back?"
A thought never gets cold, though. Cardi B said that, and I kind of believe it.
Well, this week I've actually been in New York City, which is a vibe. Anyone who's saying New York, come at me, bro.
It's a vibe.
Comedy's back, like at the Cellar for the first time this weekend. So if anyone's in New York City is performing at the Cellar, he'll probably get mad at me for telling you because he's still getting his vibe back. But we're vibing. A lot of vibes.
He's still
today.
workshopping.
She's still workshopping, but it's so funny because you haven't done comedy for a year, but then you have all this stuff you had been wanting to talk about, and you're kind of figuring out your set. I'm also starting comedy again. I'm actually doing a show at Governor's in Levittown, Long Island, June 4th and 5th. So check out my website, hannahburn.com. But all my jokes were about being single. So your girl's workshopping.
Oh my God. Wait, I didn't even think of that. You have to come up with all new things because, I mean, your engagement ring right now is blinding
No, my
me.
whole bit was like, this is why I'm single. Like, it's my fault because of this. It might be fault because of this. But I think, like, I just have to, I have some new but I'm excited for it. But we were walking down Lower East Side, and it was bumping. Like, they're playing music in the street, and then there were all these rows of girls eating brunch, and Des was like, wow, this is, like, fun. And I'm like, this is what we mean when we say brunch. It's blacking out for no reason.
Yeah.
In the middle of the day, and then a table of gigglers was like, Des and Hannah.
I was just going to say something, and my brain doesn't work, and
Well,
I
this is a
forgot it.
perfect time
But it was something about day drinking.
because you've been day drinking too much.
Which I should.
You can't.
Yeah, but I love day drinking, and I feel like that was because you were talking about brunch. Sorry, do
You
I
go,
have any
moral of
motor
the story?
skills? Or
I just want to let everyone know, if they didn't know, I love day drinking, and I can't tell you more because I'm hungover from day drinking. But I do, Paige.
No, brunch is such a vibe, and like, look, I love up a club at nighttime. Like, I really do love it, but I don't know. Recently, after the pandemic, and like now that things are like getting back to a little bit back to normal, like going out in New York City and everyone just being drunk on the street. Oh,
It's beautiful. And when you're at nighttime, there's always that like countdown of like how late is too late. Where brunch, you're like, we're just living our lives. Time, what is time? Time is a metaphor.
And then you feel so accomplished because, like, then you actually get home and get in bed and you're like, it's midnight. Yeah. Like, I'm going to wake up tomorrow like an absolute ray of sunshine. Like, I'm going to get a full 12 hours.
That's why Sunday brunch works. Like, you're in bed by 8 p.m. You wake up a full 12 hours, clear-headed to go some work emails. We're just saying that's our mental health moment. Drink during the day. It's healthy for you.
Look at this piece of hair.
I love it for you. She's an independent woman.
Oh my God. If anyone subscribes to our Patreon, The juxtaposition of like what I look like on Instagram. I feel like I'm having a full Khloe Kardashian moment. Like, what is happening?
You call me and you go, we have to take down the Patreons. We have to take all the Patreons down. I go, why? That one hair.
My mom's like, do you think ever going to get ready for like one of the podcasts? I'm like, no, because this is like where I am.
No, but you're also evolving, Paige. You're evolving, and I'm not saying I'm a good influence on you because we know that's not all true. But I feel like you've literally let down your hair more, and I feel like you just like love yourself more and you're easier on yourself. I feel like you were a little bit of a perfectionist with your looks in the past. I'm not trying to call you out. I'm just like being real.
Thank you. And that's like, I wore pimple cream on the plane.
And I love that for you.
You know, and I didn't care.
Did you wear like the under eye things?
Like, I
feel
don't
like
care
that's
about
like a very model moment.
I mean, I had my mask on, but I have this huge pimple on my nose, and I was like, I don't care about anyone here. This is my pimple cream. Thank you.
Someone like you who is very naturally beautiful, you need a pimple just to stay humble and to let everyone around you know that like not everyone's perfect and it's okay.
And I've been on a new birth control. Honestly, I feel like we never talk about like certain like women issues. I went on a new birth control, and I feel like I haven't really talked to a lot of people about it because I've never been on birth control. But just like the thought that we pump ourselves full of all of these hormones to like fix certain problems. Like I have polycystic ovary syndrome or whatever it's called. So like I had to go on one. And so I've been like Googling everything about birth control and like all these side effects and like all these things. And it's like, why am I crying all the time? Like, why is my skin getting bad? And it's just so crazy.
Well, there was this really crazy thought that when you're on birth control, it affects your hormones. So you're actually attracted to a different type of guy than if you weren't on birth control. And that like freaked me out.
Fucking way.
That was like I don't know. I think I might be spreading a rumor, but that was a thought because your hormones affect like your attractions and your levels of like testosterone and estrogen.
So I've been on it for like 3 weeks. So let's see if my taste changes.
You go, suddenly I like guys who are nice to me. Let's run our own
experiment. Wait, okay. Giggly Squad has now turned into an experimental podcast. And we're scientists. So I'm 3 weeks in. I actually have to take it. Also, women in general, the fact that people remember to take their birth control every single day at the same time, absolute goddesses.
How come I can remember the embarrassing I said like 10 years ago in a classroom, but can't remember my birth control at the same time every day? Like I have a straight alarm for it and I still forget it. Like it's how your brain works.
I'm in the window of like 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, I took it at the same time. You know, like that, it doesn't.
And then you're going to get to the point too where you start it up, and there's ways like if you miss it one day, you can take 2 the next day. But if you miss another day, I don't think you can take 3. Or like if you miss a week, I don't think you can just like down 7.
I like
just
went
use a
home
condom
for a couple of days and I forgot it. It's not even that. It's not even that I went on it because I don't want to get pregnant. It was more like, it's crazy how birth control, like I feel like guys don't know that either. Like any guy I want to be like, I'm not on this for you and like you're the child I don't want to have with you. It's for like my own insides of my body to like help that, you know, be normal inside there. I
just want to say, fact for fact, Des and I did not have a condom in his bathroom. We had a lot of fun that day. Kyle and Amanda have like the most beautiful big master bathroom that I was showing him. We were in there for like 30 seconds. We like jokingly fooled around and we left. It was like Lindsay and Luke in the trailer, how they were in the bathroom. Like that's all I'm going to say about that. And if anyone wants at my bathroom, they always can. And I highly recommend bathrooms if you're into it.
Wow, it's so interesting that you say that. I hate in the bathroom.
There's just something like freaky about it. Like bending over and looking in the mirror while he's doing doggy. There's something hot about it.
Okay. Wow. This is I can't believe how life imitates art. I was just having this conversation with someone and we were talking about wait. Sierra was involved in this conversation, so if she pops in, I want to ask her. When you're in the bathroom or in some place that there's a mirror, when I can hear her laughing in the bathroom.
Are you going to ask if you look in their eyes or not?
No. if you're looking in the mirror, are you looking at yourself or the person you're with?
You go back and forth, but you try not to look at yourself too much because I don't want them to know I'm looking at myself. But you got to do a check to make sure you feel hot and then look at him. Like, feel hot, look at him. Feel hot, look at him.
Okay.
You got to rotate.
Hannah's. Okay, do you want to know
Look
my
at yourself
answer?
the whole time.
Yes. Not once have I ever looked at the guy.
Okay, when you
Not
FaceTime,
once.
have you ever looked at the other person?
No. Even when we're doing this Zoom, I'm like, okay, probably like people can tell when you're on Zooms with people, you have to know where their box is, because like I'm looking at myself right now, but like I always think to like look back at you, but I always look at
That's
myself.
so funny because I've been looking at you the whole time. But it doesn't make you a narcissist. It's just, it's different moves for different folks, different strokes for people. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What does Sierra say?
Sierra, what was your response to that?
I look at him.
She looks at the guy.
But I also look at myself too because I want my stomach.
You got to check. Like, I personally,
Sierra goes back and forth.
I have like a side of my face that is stunning, gorgeous, iconic, never been done. And the right side of my face is an actual monster who I've never met. So every now and then you forget and you look and you're like, wrong side, and you turn. No one will say that I'm right with it, but like, you know how you know your face?
Yeah.
Like, you know your angles. So,
Yeah.
but also sometimes I look in the mirror and I don't really like what's happening. But like, guys don't care. Your vagina is connecting with their penis and they are not about to be like, oh, her left arm looks like a little fat right now. I just need everyone to remember that next time you look in the mirror and you don't love what you see. He does
But
not
like,
give
okay, have you ever? Yeah, because sometimes like if that's ever happening and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, sometimes I, with my own brain, because I'm like, oh my God, I hated the way I just looked, and then you course correct, and then you think like, wow, when there isn't a mirror, what do I look like? And I don't know how to course correct. Like, but guys are just like, all they care about is.
Okay, do you know how
Getting
like
it
when you
in.
get a haircut, a straight guy can never ever know. Like, you'll be like, what have I
No.
changed? You can dye your hair bleach blonde and he'd be like, that's a different shirt. They don't know lengths of hair. They cannot tell
No.
about a pimple on your nose.
No.
And
They
it's-
don't. They really don't. I went over to this one guy's house the other day, and I was just like, hello. I cut my bangs, and he was like, those short pieces, that's not a bang. And I go, it's a curtain bang. He goes, what is a curtain bang? And I was like, oh my God.
Be like, I'm not lowering myself to the standard trying to explain this to
Yeah.
you. But
I'm like, I'm too good for
this
you.
is why men
Goodbye.
love positions of power, because they're not detail oriented. They just like telling people what to do and then expect women to figure it out for them because we're smarter.
We really are so much smarter.
I mean, we know what curtain bangs are. We like, do you think a guy can decipher like normal pink and ballet slipper pink?
No, they can't.
Never in a million years.
They
You know
can't.
what? I think it's time for advice.
Yeah, I'd love that.
I like coworker stuff because I feel like people are getting back in the office. How do you tell? This is a really funny one. How to tell my annoying coworker that constantly calls HR to suck my dick from the back respectfully?
Wait. She keeps calling HR on you?
I think that she probably on thing like she's just the snitch of the office.
Oh my God.
This is what I'm gonna say. Because in the past, have I made mistakes with being political and not being nice to the right people or not sucking up to the right people? Yes. You need to be so nice. You need to bring her muffins. You have to bring her candy. You have to ask her about her children that you don't care about, even if they're ugly. You have to ask to see pictures. You need to be nice because karma will bite you, and like she's not gonna get karma. It like doesn't work that way at the office. Whoever is in with the higher ups is in with the higher ups. So you just, if you don't want to lose your job, you gotta suck up to them.
Okay. My advice would be play some real life chess with this person. You call HR. You make that HR person your best friend. You bring the HR person muffins. This other person.
Wait, you start dropping breadcrumbs in the HR person's head that other person is up to something no good. See,
Like,
yours
hey,
is more challenging and more difficult, but
call HR
way
and
more
you're like, hey,
rewarding.
I don't want to be a tattletale, but I think so-and-so who keeps calling you is just kind of using you. And then really with them. Sierra looks so cute right now. I wish like you guys could see her. She's
What is
adorable.
her outfit? What's her outfit?
She has a bathing suit on, and then she has like this cute little white cover up that's like netted.
Are you guys going to the
And
beach
she has,
or a
like,
pool?
And she has like a little hat, a little baseball hat on. We have a pool at our hotel because we're rich. Okay. We have doll hairs in our bank accounts, so we have a rooftop pool at this hotel. No,
Wait, I have a
actually, this
question.
hotel that we're staying at is so bougie, and we came home last night at like, I don't know, like 4 a.m. And I literally felt like I was walking into one of my friends' houses because it looked like a foyer in the front, and me and Sarah had no shoes on, and we were tiptoeing, and I was like, shh. She was like, we're at a hotel. Like, it doesn't matter.
Do you remember when I asked you to do a comedy gig with me and I brought you to your first Best Western ever?
My God.
To remind you about humble
This
beginnings.
is actually a great story. This is a great story. Hannah had a comedy show in Philly. You should put pants on, probably, yes. Sierra's whole ass is out, sorry. Okay. Hannah had a comedy show in Philly, and we were so excited. It was me, her, Dylan Palladino,
and Jesse Jollis.
And Jesse Jollis. And I texted Hannah and I was like, hey, like, do we have to like get hotel rooms or like whatever? She was like, no, I'm going to take care of all of it. Like, don't worry about it. And like, I expected to share a room like with the girls. We walk into Philly. First of all, the hotel we stayed at, like, the door locked at like 11 p.m. because like we weren't in like the best part of town, you know? And I was just like, wait, what's
They
going
had
on here?
lemon water in the front. Don't talk bad about them.
Oh my God. They also had like communal breakfast. And like, I'm
It's
pretty sure
called
a homeless man was
Continental.
there. One person's communal is another person's continental. And then we all shared a room. There was 4 of us in a room, one guy. And we made Dylan and was like, go get us Chinese food immediately.
Because there was
and
no
bring
room
it to the
service.
bed.
It was like 10 p.m. and we all were like, we need Chinese food. And Dylan was like, this is what's like having 3 girlfriends. And we're like,
I will say that Chinese food slapped.
Yeah, but do you remember when he came back and he was so proud of himself and he talked about how hard it was to get the Chinese food and we were like, where's the utensils?
And we were like, cool, so what are we going to drink our own spit? Like, do you not get beverages?
He was like, what? And we were like, you need to go back and get us a fork and knife because I'm not eating my sesame chicken with my fingers.
Yeah.
I'm a grown-ass woman.
That trip was so fun.
So what you're saying is Best Western is actually pretty legit for a good time.
What I'm saying is like, just go with the flow because sometimes things that you wouldn't normally do are the best stories and like the memories that stick out the most. Like, when would we ever like just be like, let's go to a Best Western? But like, it was one of the most fun nights.
That's our mental health moment number 2 of the day. Do it
Yeah.
for the story. Just when in doubt, do it for the story so you could talk about it 2 years later on a podcast. And then have someone comment and say that you're interrupting each other. Okay. This next one. This guy I'm talking to loves Snap. I also like hate when people
Snapchat?
call it Snap. Like, I know that the young people are because they like do it so much, but it's like Kylie
It's the
Jenner
kids.
said she's done with Snapchat, so why are we still on it? I do keep talking to him. Do I like him or the attention? Any guy who asks
The
you for your
attention.
Snap, if you're under 25, I don't know, but if you're above 25 and he says, "Can I have your Snapchat?" Never talk to him again.
Dude, that's so true. If you're under 25, go off on whatever app you guys talk on.
Yeah.
If you're over 25, there's no situation you should have a Snapchat. I just think it's weird.
Well, because also Snapchat means I want to see your boobs, and they're like accumulating women like objects and putting them all like on their Snapchat and then blasting out like, "What you doing tonight?" to like the 15 girls, and like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be a part of your Snapchat roster.
There's also too many like modes of communication with guys,
Oh,
and
yeah.
each one has like a tier level of like how real it is. Like, look, if a guy's messaging you on Snapchat and only Snapchat, he doesn't give about you. If he's only DMing you, he gives a little bit more of about you, but not really. If he's texting you, like to your actual phone, he's interested in you. If he's calling you, he likes you.
And if he's
If he's
FaceTiming
emailing you, absolutely get him out of here.
if
But,
he's
like-
LinkedIn messaging you, call the police.
Yes.
No, but you're
Call
so
the
right. A
police.
dude DMing you does not mean he likes you. He's probably talking to other
No.
people, but wants to let you know that he's like, you know, that he's like
Yeah, like-
interested, just in case.
And I feel like it took me a long time to like grasp that. Like if I'm posting an Instagram story and a guy's DMing me off of it, like to let me know whatever. Okay, cool. Yeah, like you can give me the compliment and I understand now that you're like a little bit interested. But if that's all it is, he doesn't really like you, or else he'd be asking you out he'd be texting you and asking you out to dinner.
100%.
So don't let them get in your head. And delete your Snapchat.
Yeah, delete your Snapchat. We have to protect our minds, our powerful female brains. Also, I do want to say, in terms of texting, I know we love a serotonin high and a dopamine hit of like when you have that new crush that like they want to know what you're doing every 2 seconds. This is not sustainable and will crash and make you feel terrible regardless if you guys are meant for each other or not. That's why always be a bad texter. Enough with these guys being like, I'm a bad texter. You're the bad texter always. The only one you're a good texter for is your best friend. With guys, never get good texting momentum because you can't, it's not sustainable for you or him. And the second it slows down, it brings everyone anxiety. So if you want to talk, talk on the phone.
Being unreachable, it is such a mind game, but it really does make them like you more.
And I don't want to be like, oh, you have to wait 30 minutes to respond to each text. It's just don't have a texting relationship with anyone.
Yeah.
Except your best friend.
Literally, you know, like when you're not interested in a guy and so like they'll text you and you'll see it on your phone, you're just be like, oh, I don't care. And then like you legitimately forget about it and then you like finally hang out with them or whatever and they're obsessed with you. But then there's that guy that you actually like and he texts you and you literally just read it over and over and over until it's appropriate to respond. And then like he's not interested. It's really just like, to sum it up, the less interested person always wins.
I have one more, and it's really good. Wait 1 second. Okay. My sister is dating my best friend's ex of 7 years, 3 months after they broke up.
Hold on. My sister is dating my best friend's ex
of 7 years, 3 months after they broke up. And then capital letters, help.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. First of all, I wish I knew like everyone's ages in this situation.
Yeah. We have a bazillion questions about this, but I just want to say the question because I want this to be a reality TV show and I'll watch it.
This is crazy. Your best friend has to marry this guy. It's also like, how often was the best friend hanging out with you and your sister and her boyfriend? Clearly a lot. You know, because now that best friend. Wait, the sister's dating the best friend's ex or the best friend's dating
No, the sister's dating the best friend's ex. And my thing is, I understand if they were dating for like a year and the guy was like, wait, I'm kind of more into this girl's sister. I get it. But 7 years means like how long did this dude like Loki have a crush on this other girl?
Right. Like, were you guys all friends for the 7 years? Also, the sister is probably now replaying every single situation where they were all together and and wondering like, was my guy thinking about her?
The best friend's ex, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all confused with it, but all we know is there's serious overlap here, and what you said is right. They need to get married. Because if they don't,
they have to
either, or the girls bond over how this dude is, and that's a way that women bond.
The best advice I could give is go to Mexico, change your name, and don't talk to any of them. Get out.
This
Protect
sounds
your
like
own
you are
mental
in
health.
a small town. Move to New York City, move to LA, live your best life, and find a new man's out of that toxic circle you're in. And you just have to try to don't talk about your sister and the new guy when you're with your best friend. Like, just try not to bring it up and be like.
But like, could you imagine if? Because also, I feel so bad for the best friend because like she obviously wants to like cry to her friend and like go off
and you
about
wanna,
the ex.
and you want to make fun of the ex. You want to be like, she sucks, right? And it's like, that's my sister.
she can't be like, oh my god, the new girlfriend's disgusting, and the friend can't be like, yeah, you're so much better.
It'd be like downgrade, right?
Am I right? Yeah, like that's one of my favorite parts about breaking up with someone is sending my friends like the new girl he's talking to, and I'm like, ew.
I just hope the new girl he talks to looks just like me, so I'm like, yeah, I knew I was your type, whatever. I just don't like if he's with someone who like looks completely different, because then I'm like, who are you lying to? I love when it's like a version of me.
Also, I feel like the sister and the boyfriend, like her boyfriend now, I don't think it's going to last, because it was, like when something's forbidden, you want to do it even more. And there's like an adrenaline rush of it. And so like the first 3 months, it's like, we were doing something bad, but like now we're together. But then like real life is going to hit. And it's like you're with this person and they're going to realize like it's not as fun anymore, whatever.
Well, we were talking the other day how the first 3 months is pure dopamine. Like it's pure like, I'm so into this new thing. The next 3 months, you start seeing how they really are and like their annoying sides. You start hearing them chew suddenly, like the reality starts to hit. And the following 3 months is seeing if you guys can have boundaries and like make things work with the reality. So like 3 months in, never get married. Don't make those kind of decisions. Unless it's quarantine, then it's dog years. You multiply it by 7.
And that's just simple math.
Hard for us, but for other people, simple.
Right.
So I want to update on this. If you sent me this message,
I need an
updates.
update on this one,
like really bad.
And here's the update that I need. I need everyone's ages. I need where you guys live, and I need to know how
Social
long
security
you've all been
numbers.
friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Send your address.
But this happens more often than not, because I feel like guys who like me have liked my friends because like we're all similar personalities. Like Sierra and I joke we have the same taste in guys, and like I literally am like finding her new guys right now to date because I'm like, oh, like he's hot and I know you'll like him because I think he's hot.
But here's the thing that Sierra and I've talked about.
Are you and okay, continue.
Okay,
interesting.
Like if you like a guy and I know that, and you're my friend and I know that you like this guy, there's something in my brain that like automatically I'm like, okay, this guy's gross to me. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't like I automatic to you. Like I automatically don't see him in a sexual manner.
If I meet a guy and they go, yeah, he hooked up with so and so, a girl I know, I'm immediately like a little turned off by it. I mean, it depends on the girl, but
but then there's certain situations where it's like, oh, we hooked up like years ago and it was like very casual and like she's in another relationship. Like there's that type of overlap, which is like totally fine. But like if one of my good friends had like a full thing with someone, like I couldn't even get myself to the point to like them because I'm like, oh, I don't see.
If my friend really likes a guy, the pain of knowing I can hurt her if I like went for him is so much more painful than this random dude not liking me or me not like unless and I do say unless two people are like made for each other. And that's why I do like to sometimes use Summer House as an example. Like I feel like if watching a dude get into an argument with your friend, that cannot be such a deep like effect on two people if they're meant to be together. You know what I mean? Like if you are meant to be together, one thing that's done or one argument cannot sway you. Like I really believe in energies that two people are meant to be. Like, I mean, Des saw me in the most like mindset and like difficult situation where I was losing my mind every 3 seconds. And he was like, okay, I could deal with this. And I was like, maybe.
maybe. Yeah. It's also just like, I don't know. I think friends that like share guys almost, I just think it's weird. I don't know, it just like freaks me out. I feel like that there's like more of, if you do that with your friend, if you guys are like hooking up with the same person, like either it's like overlapping or like I don't know, there's something deeper going on with your friendship. And you guys, it almost feels like you guys have some type of competition with each other. And I just think that's so weird.
Super weird. And I do think me and you are actually such good friends because we do have different tastes in like I think physically sometimes, but like emotionally we know, like, if you didn't hit it off with Des, I'd be a little worried, like, personality wise.
Yeah. Like, I was on the phone with one of my girlfriends the other day, and she was talking about the guy she liked, and she accidentally said, like, a guy that I liked or like name. Like, she was like, oh my God, like, yeah, like if me and like blank went out, and I was like, and she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean to say his name. I meant like the other one. And I was just like, oh my God, like, you just hurt my feelings. Like, she was like, I would never. And I was like, you
You go,
know?
well, now that was your subconscious, but I'm going to fight with your
Yeah,
subconscious.
I was like, so now I know you like him.
Now I can't trust your subconscious. But it did make me laugh. You made a joke recently at me about a situation that Des made the same exact joke, and it just made me feel like just I had good people around me.
The holiday season can be stressful, but not with Nordstrom. They have a gift for everyone on your list, including yourself. Discover the best gifts and party dresses for festivities this holiday season. Get festive fashion advice from Nordstrom experts for free in stores, online, and the Nordstrom app. They have gifts for everyone. Stocking stuffers, gifts under $100, gift cards. Give whoever is on your list the perfect gift. The gift of choice. Gift cards let them explore Nordstrom on their own time. Explore more at Nordstrom in stores or online at Nordstrom.com or download the Nordstrom app.
If you're looking for stocking stuffers or the perfect set, then Way has something for everyone during Cyber Week sale. It's their biggest sale of the year, and you'll save 20% off site-wide from November 26th to December 2nd. I have pretty much every Way product there is, and I love all of them. Some of my favorites are their detox shampoo and their leave-in conditioner. I do a lot of things to my hair, so I always have a lot of product, honestly, a lot of damage. So the detox shampoo cleanses product buildup, hard water deposits, dirt, oil, other impurities, and it's safe for all hair types, including color-treated hair. And then their leave-in conditioner really helps hydrate and fight frizz for every hair type. And I definitely love a leave-in conditioner, especially if I'm doing a slick back bun. And if you're buying for someone else, whether your person has fine, medium, or thick hair or multiple hair concerns, Way's got you. There's so many ways to save this holiday. Thanks to the Cyber Week sale at Way from November 26th to December 2nd, go to THEOUAI.com for 20% off site-wide from November 26th to December 2nd when you enter promo code Giggly. That's THEOUAI.com for 20% off with promo code Giggly. I'm always trying to get healthier, and whether it's your New Year's resolution or randomly during the year, you're like, this is the day I start to get healthier, why don't you give Symbiotica a try next time? They're the only thing that I can always count on to consistently keep my health in check. They have these easy-to-take liposomal packets that make your supplements easy and quick to take. I genuinely trust Symbiotica with their ingredients, and there's so many supplements that contain harmful additives, but Symbiotica's products are made clean and with intention. They don't contain seed oils or preservatives. My favorite is the magnesium. It helps with focus and sleep regulation. I also obviously love their liposomal vitamin C. I take those all the time, especially when I'm on planes. They're always in my carry-on bag. You guys have to get your hands on these products while their Black Friday sale is happening right now. Head over to Symbiotica.com for 25% off. That's Symbiotica.com for 25% off. And do something for your health today. Listen up, because I have the perfect gift for people when you don't know what to get them. I have gifted Aura frames so many times. I gifted them to Craig's parents last year. It was the perfect gift, and I was literally racking my brain because I just could not come up with any ideas for a good gift. Aura frames are seamless and easy to use. You add photos with an app with unlimited storage. It's so easy for your older relatives and easy to set up for them. You can take your favorite holiday photo that you would share with your loved ones and the story behind it and just upload it to Aura, and then it will always play when their Aura is on. It helps you interact with your family and friends. And if you have any family members that are bad at technology, Aura is the perfect thing for them. And it's so easy to set up. It's so easy to add pictures. And it really is such a fun conversation starter. For a limited time, visit auraframes.com and get $45 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code Giggly at checkout.
That's AURA frames.com. Promo code Giggly. This exclusive Black Friday Cyber Monday deal is the best of the year, so don't miss out. Terms and conditions apply.
This Black Friday, give yourself the gift you truly deserve. Glowing, youthful skin with Medik8. Right now, enjoy 30% off site-wide during our Black Friday sale at Medik8. Medik8 combines cutting-edge science with luxury using powerful ingredients like liquid peptides to deliver real results. Imagine looking in the mirror just 7 days after starting liquid peptides and seeing smoother, more youthful skin. Friends and family will notice the change, but most importantly, you'll notice. That's the transformative power of Medik8. Every Medik8 product is dermatologist recommended and rigorously tested so you can feel confident choosing what's best for your skin. Don't miss out. This 30% off Black Friday sale is only available online through December 3rd at medik8.us. That's MEDIK and the number 8.us. Shop now before it's gone.
With that said, can we get into front page news? Because like,
Oh my God,
I want to
yes.
get into some stuff because we haven't talked about some situations that are going down. I'm interested in your opinions.
What is the situation? You want to talk about the Chloe thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's jump in with the Chloe thing. The gist of what happened is that a photo got posted accidentally of Chloe, unfiltered, anything, and the Kardashian team worked tirelessly to get this photo removed from the internet.
Was it her grandma who accidentally posted it or something?
Originally it was like, oh, MJ posted it, but then they blamed it on an assistant.
Okay.
And that assistant is for sure fired.
And also this
But, like-
photo, by the way, people were like, oh my God, it looks like old Chloe, like in a nice way. Like her face looked similar and her body
Yeah.
looked awesome.
Here's the crazy part that I immediately thought of, but no one was like talking about in the public. But then I did see like some people, they wanted that picture removed, but like they haven't ever tried to get Ray J and Kim's tape removed, like from the internet. Like, I don't know. Is that just like such a juxtaposition? Like,
I never thought of that, but also it's because Kim's tape, like, is the fire that created all of it.
And look, I'm not saying like, oh my God, if you have a tape, that's disgusting, because I'm saying it in terms of she stands by the fact that she didn't put out her tape, that someone like got it and put it out.
Yes.
So I feel like that would even be more of a, like, look, make a tape with your boyfriend all day long, like whatever turns you
But you're
guys
saying it's
on.
a similar situation where they want to take it down because they didn't post it and it wasn't like their photo.
Right.
Of it.
Like,
but also, what about like every paparazzi shot?
it's just that, like that. It's just that she didn't look. I mean, look, okay, we all know what was going on. They sell products, and you buy their products because you think that you're going to somewhat emulate or look the way they look wearing them. So I get it. It's from like a business standpoint. If you're not going to buy Chloe's jeans if you feel like she looks disgusting.
This is literally Legally Blonde. This is when she's on the phone with the fitness instructor being like, did you murder your husband?
Yes.
And she's like, I have an alibi. And she goes, what's your alibi? And she's like, I can't. She's like, what is it? And she goes, I was getting liposuction. She goes, what? Liposuction? I was getting liposuction! No. No.
It's not normal to have this ass.
You don't just have this ass from doing squats.
No,
Okay, sorry,
that's
continue.
exactly what it is. And it's just like advertising. Like, obviously, if you buy Kylie's lip kit, you know that your lips aren't going to look like full and plump like hers because she gets lip injections. But like subconsciously, you're like, I kind of want to like look like that, or I want to have some type of like vibe, whatever. Then she went on her Instagram and did like a live and was like, I really do look like my Instagram pictures. And then people were saying like that the live could have had a filter on it. And then they like didn't really believe her.
Was she in a bathing suit in the live?
She had like she had clothes on, but like you could see her stomach, like she had it pulled up, like she was in like a workout set, I think. Okay, with all of this said, the picture that was like leaked or put out, she looked amazing. Like
Yeah.
she looked
She had
skinny.
abs. Yeah. It's just that she didn't have that like insane indent of her hip and then her butt going really big out and then tiny legs again. She had like a normal hip.
Yes, she was more straight. And as someone who is not like curvy and like I've gotten down on myself on like my own body because I'm like, oh my God, sometimes I look like a 12-year-old boy. Like I don't have an indentation of like a hip. And like you do see girls on Instagram that like are so curvy and like just like look more feminine. But like it also isn't normal either. Like models, like actual models who are like 5'9", like and their body type is like insane. They have the longest legs. That's like 10% of the actual population. Like
Not 10%. Like 2%.
yeah, like when you're looking at Instagram and you see all these models, like you're like everyone looks like this. They really don't. Like
But also the way bodies naturally work, like as someone with a fat ass, PHAT.
yeah, that's important. The pH is important.
Yeah, my thighs go into my ass. Like they're attached. I don't have stick legs and then a huge ass. Like I have thighs that are strong that created butt muscles that are big. And that's my body type. So like the Kardashians, people are just going around being like they have the most obvious Brazilian butt lift ever.
Yeah.
But Chloe also did this like response. Did you see like her writing apology? What do you think of it?
I feel really bad for her. Like, look, we can judge celebrities and especially the Kardashians all day long, but like the amount of things that she's probably gotten from people like calling her fat and like being compared to her sisters, like I genuinely don't know how she does it.
So she basically was like, guys, I'm kind of a victim of societal standards and like this is what I'm doing to try to survive. But at what point are you not like, okay, I'm surviving, but I'm going to be honest about the work I've had done?
But I also do feel like people look to them because they do set so many standards, especially in like the beauty world. Like, look, they're the most famous people in the world and they have such an influence on how girls look at themselves. So, okay, yes, Chloe's a victim for sure. But like you were saying, like she could change the whole narrative and help so many girls.
Yeah, this was actually, at first I loved her apology because she was just like, guys, I am everything, I get abused about how I look 24/7 and the standards for women. But then she's basically created this false standard for women that like is insane. No one has an ass like that, with hips like that, with boobs like that, with lips like that. And I guess what people just want is a little more transparency to be like, okay, we're buying into the system that women have to be like perfectly beautiful all the time, but at least
right, like I just don't get it when people like hide their plastic surgery. Like if you wanted it, who is to judge you? Like say you got, like if they all came out and were like, yeah, we got our butts lifted, I'd be like, do you? Who cares if like you wanted to do that?
So I actually did what's it called, a clubhouse with this thing, it's called like IG Famous by Dana. I love following these accounts that show the girls with like Instagram and real life versus that kind of thing. And Leah Sweeney from New York was on it and she was like, look, I got my tits done. I got my nose did. And she was like, watching myself was kind of hard. There were a lot of things I didn't like about myself, which sucks. But she's also now like, guys, I got my nose done. This is the plastic surgeon. I recommend it. And there was something about the transparency that I loved. And that's why we were making fun of J-Lo being like, Jay, my girl, love you to death. It's not olive oil. I'm Italian. You know how much olive oil I've consumed? Yeah. So I think we have to think about the future of like young girls who are watching and like looking at even videos of Kendall Jenner. She's doing the video app. Yeah. To make herself look like she has more hips. Because let's be honest, Kendall Jenner has your body. You're not that skinny with hips like that. I mean, some people might be.
I always think of that too. Like there's some girls that are so blessed to like be so tiny and have like good boobs, like good sized boobs, but like
Amanda.
Dude, it's in like she's the skinniest person and her tits are amazing. Also, I will say with my birth control, I'm like, you can't tell me anything this summer because I'm about to be a full B cup. So if you thought you wanted
Sorry, I can't see you over my boobs right now.
Hannah, the other day I had to I like put a bra on and I was like, hello. And then I put a dress on. I had to take my bra off because my boobs were too like popping out of my shirt. And I was like, oh my God.
Well, now,
Is
I
this
know,
how
now you're going to have the other experience where you're like, I don't want to be sexualized right now with my cleavage when I'm just trying to eat brunch.
It felt really good though. I was like, oh, pardon my boobs.
So what is your overall opinion of the Chloe thing?
I feel bad for her. I feel like it's a really hard thing to like navigate because at the end of the day, like, yeah, they have so much power and so much influence, but that doesn't mean they're not people. And that doesn't mean that they don't look at like certain things that people say to them and like not cry.
Well, yeah, I think the trolls a lot of the time think like because people are rich and famous that like you can say whatever you want about them when it's like money does not equate to happiness. And these
Right.
people, but also everyone loves Chloe. Like we love that Chloe was like
I love Chloe.
just the funniest one. She's like everyone's favorite, but like all she sees is the negative like remarks about like how she looks different. She's from a different dad.
Right. Could you imagine that? Like I forgot she even had to deal with that. Like people saying like your dad's not your real dad and here like her dad passed away. If someone ever came up to me and said that to me, I'd be like, I will
She's
you up.
dealt with the most option. She basically recently has been like, fine, I'm gonna change everything about myself to look as like try to look as hot as people related to me. But with the plastic surgery stuff, you know, like if someone came up to you and was like, Paige, I love your shirt, and you didn't tell them where it's from.
So out of
That's kind of up, right?
me? Yeah.
So imagine if you got Botox and I was like, Paige, your Botox looks so natural, and you were like, I don't get Botox.
Also, people will message like this like annoys me too. Like people will message me like a backhanded like, "Oh my God, your nose looks so good. Where'd you get it done?" And it's just like annoying because I'm like, first of all, I didn't get my nose done, but like if you really wanted to know and like I would tell you, like at least say like, "Hey, did you get your nose done?" And like if you did, can you like tell me what doctor? Like
Or otherwise, it looks great naturally.
yeah,
like-
like shut the f- up. Whatever.
Yeah, people have been saying get my lips done, but I do highly recommend use a lip liner and just go over like a tiny bit. It's very in style right now, and people think I have new lips.
I posted a video the other day with like that maximum like lip gloss. Literally
Yeah.
the day before, one day I post that about the lip gloss. Then the next day I posted another video and I had so many messages of people being like, ew, you were so much prettier before. Like stop getting your lips done. Like
Yeah.
you're like falling into like whatever. And I was like, brah, I just got the most amazing lip gloss ever. And like, yes, like literally this morning my lips looked the same. Like,
What's the
shut
lip
up.
gloss called? Just
It's
for people.
I got it on Amazon. It's did I don't know. It's Too Faced Maximum Lip Injection.
Does it sting?
Yes. I'm also
Yeah, it
such a
burns like
sucker
a
for
bitch.
like anything beauty
Little tricks.
related. If someone's like, it really works, I'm like, oh my God, I'm buying it. Like, you could sell me. You could literally sell me anything, and I'm buying it. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Holidays on the house at DraftKings Casino. With the season's offerings, you'll unwrap everything you wished for, from table games and jackpots to a slot at the top of everyone's list. Jingle bells, power reels. DraftKings is offering a warm welcome to new players with $100 instantly in casino credits with just a $10 wager. Plus, everyone can get in on the action with a holiday reward every week. So sign up with code GIGGLY because the holiday cheer is here, only on DraftKings Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Opt-in required. Casino credits are non-withdrawable and expire in 168 hours. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. You've heard us talk about Roback before, but it's obvious that we love all of their stuff. Their new Clarity Half Zip hoodie and jogger set is perfect to do everything in: travel, lounge on the couch, run errands. It's an effortlessly versatile matching set that you've all been searching for. This holiday season, you can elevate yours and your loved one's wardrobe with winter essentials from Roback. Their Riviana fleece pullover is the perfect cropped pullover, has kind of a looser fit, but perfect, cozy, and chic. Whether you need gifts this holiday season or you need warm layers for yourself, you can use code GIGGLY for 20% off your first purchase through the end of the week. That's 20% off hoodies, joggers, dresses, and more with code GIGGLY. It's almost that time of year where we're going to start thinking about our New Year's resolutions. And if one of yours is to crack down on your budget, then you need Rocket Money. Rocket Money's customized budgets help you better understand your finances and help you stay on track to meet your goals. They can track how many transactions you make each month, and you'd be shocked to learn that the average US consumer makes about 70 payments per month. There's no way you can keep track of that all yourself. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that empowers you to save more, spend less, and take control of your financial life. With Rocket Money, you can see all of your checking, savings, credit cards, and investments in one convenient place, allowing you to understand your spending trends. And Rocket Money has over 5 million happy members and has saved its users over $1 billion across all of the app's features. Rocket Money will even negotiate lower bills for you, and sometimes by up to 20%. Saving money on a cell phone bill or cable bill and not having to deal with customer service, it's a dream come true. So let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Get Rocket Money today at rocketmoney.com/giggly squad. That's rocketmoney.com/giggly squad. rocketmoney.com/giggly squad.
This Black Friday, give yourself the gift you truly deserve. Glowing, youthful skin with Medik8. Right now, enjoy 30% off site-wide during our Black Friday sale at Medik8. Medik8 combines cutting-edge science with luxury, using powerful ingredients like liquid peptides to deliver real results. Imagine looking in the mirror just 7 days after starting liquid peptides and seeing smoother, more youthful skin. Friends and family will notice the change, but most importantly, you'll notice. That's the transformative power of Medik8. Every Medik8 product is dermatologist recommended and rigorously tested so you can feel confident choosing what's best for your skin. Don't miss out. This 30% off Black Friday sale is only available online through December 3rd at medik8.us. That's MEDIK and the number 8.us. Shop now before it's gone.
Okay, my next story. We'll just let's keep it with the Kardashians. Travis Barker got Kourtney's name tattooed on his chest. And yes, that's a story, but really I just want to know how you would feel about that, because Travis has no stranger to getting his girlfriend's names tattooed on him. Both of his ex-wives, he got tattoos for them, and his daughter. And Kourtney's is right on his chest. Now, here's my question to you. One day, Des walks in, just Hannah, nipple to nipple. What would you do?
I would be like, honey, I thank you. I love it. Are you okay?
People say that it's a curse, if you get someone's name tattooed on you.
Well, I think furthermore, Kravis' energy has changed. They first started very subtle. People were like, are they, aren't they? They'd be seen on a date or whatever. Then I guess they started liking the attention. I'm just trying to think PR wise what Kris Jenner's doing. But then I woke up this morning to Travis playing drums, and he just said, I can't stop thinking about having sex with you.
Wait.
Which apparently is a line in a Korn song called Adidas. But people are now starting to turn a little and be like, this is a lot.
She also posted a picture of the back of her, her ass, and the line was a song lyric, and it was watching movies, but we ain't seen nothing tonight.
Yeah, so they're either now have gotten all the attention, now love with people, but this is what the media likes to do. They like to build you up and then break you down, but they're now feeding into it. So I'm just saying, let's keep an eye on that, because things are happening.
Also, when you really like someone and you're posting them, I can think of one couple that I know, and I can't stand how much they post each other, to the point where I have in my group chats, I'm if they post one more time, I'll freak out. Look, if you're in love and you want to post, and I get it, totally go for it. I don't know what the feeling is, so I can't comment on it. But sometimes it's like, I don't need to see all of it. I don't need to know all of it. Like, I get that.
But you do need to know all of it once they get broken up. It's like, where's the long paragraph now explaining what happened?
Right, like,
because you've been explaining what happened every day before that about how much you love each other. So now we need to know what happened. And I also furthermore have to say, any couple that posts a long paragraph about how they're so close after the ups and downs, someone cheated. Any couple that's posting about how in love they are, they are fighting, and they aren't happy. Like, it's just never been more clear, and it's Psych 101. I even said, like, we said with Demi Lovato's engagement post.
We called
She wrote this long thing, and we said the longer the caption on your engagement post, the shorter the engagement will last.
Some people in my DMs, like, came at, like, me and Perry. I mean, we're different because, like, we were on a reality TV show where, like, I tell you everything about my life. But when I was dating Perry, I rarely, like, my grid, like, Instagram, I didn't post him because, like,
No.
not because I liked him any less. It was just like, okay, yeah, like, we're dating, but I don't need to tell you every single thing that happens in my, like, relationship. Like, I never posted, like, big long captions, or, like, if it was, like, a story of him.
Well, it's overcompensating.
Yeah.
Think about your motives for posts. You post a hot photo of yourself for a little affirmation that you look good.
Yeah.
So why are you posting a photo of you and your man's?
Right.
Do you need affirmation that people like you two together and you're doing the right thing, being together, and it brings positivity to your life because you don't get enough of it without the post?
And, like, Travis, we get it. You have sex with Kourtney Kardashian. Like, everyone who's in a relationship is, like, having sex with their boyfriend, you know? Like, we all think about it.
But I also don't want to hate on them because I like them.
No, I do love them.
But I just noticed that at first they were super subtle, and then now they're in on it.
I hope they get married. I think they're so dope together.
I just want Kourtney to be happy because being a single mom with Scott has been hard. And I'm sick of the victimization of Scott online. Just stop.
Wait, elaborate.
I'm just saying, people are like, oh, I feel bad for Scott.
I don't feel bad for Scott. Look, there's a lot of reasons I feel bad for Scott. Like I think he, in his 20s when he was on the show, I think he had, like, real addiction problems. I think he lost both of his parents, like, very close together. I think he was thrown into, like, the Kardashian world, which was probably a lot. So there are a lot of reasons I do feel bad for Scott. But, like, he does it to himself with when he like, he does it to himself sometimes.
Also, not skinny, not fat, Amanda Hirsch, she posted this old clip of him, like, basically telling Kourtney how he likes her skinnier. And she was like, just, like, remember, like, let's not just, like,
right.
They weren't that happy, and a lot of times, and there were definitely issues, and it sucks to have your baby daddy not be the one. I hope they both find happiness.
I do too. Okay, and my last story is, obviously, Prince Philip died, but, like, the first thing I thought of was, is Meghan Markle going to the funeral? She's not, because she's pregnant. Well, they said, like, she's pregnant and she can't travel, which, like, great excuse, like, good for her. Like, she's not going, and, like, she can use that. But this will be the first time that Prince Harry is returning to the UK and even, like, seeing his family after the Oprah thing, which, like, could you imagine walking in
during a funeral
and, like, seeing all of your family and just being like, yeah, no, I did a tell-all with Oprah Winfrey about you guys. But, like, what's up?
That's when it's the TikTok where it's like, hey,
How y'all doing?
Hi.
Also, for a quick second, can we just talk about the fact that the king or the queen and Prince Philip were, like, together for, like, almost 80 years?
It's insane.
Disgusting. It actually freaks me out.
Why is it just
I don't know. I think it like for some reason grosses me out.
I mean, I want to know about their love. I want to Oprah tell all on how they've survived all that.
I mean, have you watched The Crown? He had affairs all the time.
Wow. Ooh, this does go back to, like, how couples sometimes stay together because it's, like, sneaky.
What, 80 years? 80 years you want me to sleep with one other person? 80 years?
I do think couples stay together too, like, a lot on reality TV, especially if people like Brittany and Jax, where it's like they need to break up, they're the worst couple. Like, you'll just stay together to be like, we're gonna show people that we're actually a good couple. Not that that's, like, the royal family, but sometimes, like, there's additional ways that you stay together, and for them it was like the system. You can't break the system.
I mean, there's obviously no way they were, like, good for 80 years. Like, it's just mathematically, it's not computing in my brain. I can't stay with someone for longer than 6 months. I'm like, oh, you're so annoying. Bye. Like,
There is a 6 months. That's a 6 months when all the reality's hitting and you're like, do I want a deal?
it's usually nah. Anywho, oh, Justin Timberlake's writing a tell-all book. And it was a page 6. I can't believe I forgot this. There was a page 6 exclusive that the Janet Jackson like wardrobe malfunction, the reason he did it, which I didn't realize this, a few months before was the VMAs when Britney Spears kissed Madonna and it was like all anyone talked about. He wanted to one-up it.
No.
Yeah.
Do you think he's doing this because the internet for like a couple weeks was saying how he's the biggest dick in the world?
Probably.
Dude, the internet is wild.
No,
right
the
now.
internet
Like,
is really scary. I'm actually scared of it.
yeah, the internet's really scary. I'm very scared of it because people will like see one thing about you or like watch one thing about you and then everyone needs to jump on it and talk about how terrible and horrible you are. Blake Horstman came on Burning in Hell. He's like this hot bachelor guy who people actually said I should hook you up with. He's from California.
What's his
He's
name?
tall and really cute. Blake Horstman. He was the finalist on The Bachelorette. But he got this like crazy villain edit where this girl basically was like, please, can we hook up? And he was like, no. And she was like, please, it's just, and he was like, okay. And then he got to the show and she was like, he used me and kept me a secret and like went off. And
Wait, he's so cute.
he is so cute and he's so hot and he's tall. I'm like all for shipping that. We love him. Like we really love Blake. People should listen to the ep because then they basically had the girls talking about him and then it would just cut to him like throwing the football to make him look douchey. And it got so bad that like he was such a villain and the biggest in the world and everyone was saying terrible things to him. He was like, couldn't get out of bed. He finally posts the screenshots on Instagram of the conversation of her being like, please, I want to come over. And he's like, no. And she's like, it's just, we don't have to tell anyone. Oh my God. And then he made something that was a comment that was really smart, just about like for people who watched reality TV or like the media, whoever people are trying to make you hate are not as bad as you think they are, and whoever they're trying to make you love is not as good as you think they are, and it's not as black as white in any way. Right. And I think that's an important mental health moment too.
That's actually so true. Like,
yeah,
it's the same for like us. Like, I can't read people like in my DMs that are like, oh my God, I think like you're my favorite. The same way I can't read people in my DMs being like, you should kill yourself. And I'm like, cool, thank you. Yeah. You know, it's like the same thing. I can't take the hype as much as I can't read into the bad stuff.
My 4th year, like people saw certain things and they were just like so excited about something. And then people see a couple things in a situation this year. And then it's like, hey, Hannah's the worst person in the world. And it's like, we've all had positive and negative moments.
But you are like the worst person in the world. To feel better about myself.
With that said, rip
your friends apart, and that's our mental health.
Rip your friends
moment.
apart because a real best friend will on you.
Yeah,
and that is what's important, and keep you humble and down to earth, and help you, hold yourself accountable for giggling. Thank you for giggling.
Thank you
with
for
us.
being here with us today.
Thank you for our TED Talk.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.